Hi, I'm Dan from Eightfold Property, and in this video we're going to talk about the importance of completing your ingoing inventory on behalf of the tenant. So, when you start your tenancy, on the first day or the first few days, you should be sent over, usually by email, a document which is going to be your ingoing inventory. Now this is going to be a coloured document that's going to accurately say what the condition of the property is throughout, and it should have photographs, and it should have a description of each photograph. So this is an independent document, and this is through the eyes of the inventory clerk, and they've just written down it as they see it. As you're there, you might have a bit more time and you might notice a few things that aren't on there or things that you think are different. At times in the past, we've had tenants phone up and they say, I'm not going to sign this document because it's wrong. That's the wrong way to deal with it. You need to amend it, sign it, and send it back within the 7-day period to make sure that that is the legally binding document. And that is the document that we will use when we're looking at dilapidations against the outgoing inventory. But if you don't sign it, if you just leave it and go, I'm not going to sign that because it's not accurate, and you don't amend it, then that by default becomes the document that we're going to compare the outgoing inventory to. So if there's any damage, you need to log it on the ingoing inventory, and that's really, really important. Sign it, send it back to your agent, and then that becomes the document that's used against dilapidations at the end of the tenancy. So a good example of this might be that if the inventory clerk's looked at the settee and has written down that the settee's in good condition, but by the time you've sat on it, you've realised that there's a dent in it, or there's a scuff, or there's a burn, or there's a stain, then you need to write this on the inventory. So our advice would possibly be to sort of hold the inventory for a couple of days, go around, use the property, and make sure that everything that is going to be a default, you know, any cupboards, any doors, any drawers, any walls, light bulbs, anything that the inventory clerk may have missed and can miss because they're only human, that is logged, and then you sign that and you send it back to your agent. It's quite important to remember that the inventory clerk is only going to be there for a set amount of time. In a 2-bedroom flat, they might only be there for 45 minutes. So you're going to have a much better idea after 3 or 4 days of living in the property if there are any defaults. So just to recap, make sure you take your time, make sure you check the property over, and make sure you log any defaults on the inventory that's been sent over to you. Sign it and send it back to your agent, because that's the document they're going to use at the end. My name's Dan, hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you on the next video.